I have a confession, y'all. I've been living above my means on my $2,000 paycheck, and it's not going to stop right now because I have to plan for my daughter's basic training, graduation, and money will be spent. Mama has to do her part to pitch in, okay? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rachel and I am your broke-ass internet bestie. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. We are growing this channel to 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and I need your help to do so. Before we dive into all the numbers, you guys know the drill if you've been here for a minute. My name is Rachel. I live in the Tampa Bay area. I rent this lovely apartment that I love. I am a empty nester. My kids are grown and gone and doing their own thing. I am a grandma. I'm a dog mom to a cute French bulldog named Scout. She's my world and my everything. I make about $70,000 prior to taxes, and I paid off my Jeep in 2023. So things are looking up for me. Yay! After taxes, after my high yield savings contribution of $200 every time I get paid, and after my 401k contribution of 2% every time I get paid, I am bringing home $1,972.50 to budget with. So let's get into this. If you want to grab yourself this budgeting template that I am using here today, the link for the Google workbook will be in the description of this video. I did some adulting today. You guys are going to be so proud of me. I switched car insurance because I was going to get a better rate. So let's dive into all the numbers, y'all. My car wash membership every single month is $48.12. My car insurance went from $186.50 to $116.62. If you live in Florida, you gotta have really good coverage, so it's gonna cost you a pretty penny. Because my car is paid off, I could probably get liability, but not in Florida, baby. Not in Florida. My electric bill is going to be $96.22. I always budget $240 for 2 weeks worth of groceries. That's $120 each week. And then I do the same for my gas. I budget $100 for the next 2 weeks for gas. That's $50 a week for gas. This is the paycheck where I put some money on my credit cards. And we will be paying $508.37 for my credit cards. CapCut, I edit all of my content on CapCut, and I do love some of the features that you have to pay the subscription for. So the $9.99 a month is totally worth it for me. If you've been here for a minute, you guys know that I owe the IRS in my 2024 taxes $483.00, and I already paid them $200, so I owe them the remaining balance, and we're getting down to the wire, so we gotta go ahead and pay them of $283, so we'll be paying for that. And then my daughter is graduating from basic training, like I was saying in the beginning of the video, so I am going to budget $250 for gifts for her because I want her to feel special, and she deserves a gift for this big monumentous occasion in her life. She's embarking on a new journey, and she's my baby child, so I am going to get her a gift. And then I budget $20 per week. That's $40 total for my retirement, which is my Roth IRA. And I have been selecting, I think I have about 7 ETFs now. I'll put all of them on the screen here so you guys can see what ETFs I bought so far. But if you have any other suggestions for more for the portfolio, let me know. If not, these have been my placeholders, and now I'm going to start putting more money towards each one of them every single week, so that way we can build up our little portfolio. And then I will possibly and most likely be eating out to some degree while I am with my daughter at her graduation. I will be there for a few days, and so I'm gonna need some money to eat out on. So I'm budgeting $100 for that. I'm hoping I can stick within that. I may have to shell out a few more because I may be paying for other people, like both my daughters, when we go out to eat and stuff. So I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to try to stick to the $100 because honestly, I don't have any more money in this paycheck. I'm going to have to dip into my little stash of cash that I keep in my checking account so I don't ever get overdrafted. And then Scout will be boarded while I am gone, so it is $30 a day. So for 3 days, that is $90 I am going to budget for her. And then if you have been here for a minute, Scout, I love her, but she is such a queen and a little princess. She had diarrhea a few weeks ago, and I had taken her to the vet a few days before that, and she was all good to go. Don't know why she had diarrhea, but it only lasted for a day. We were good to go. I ended up taking her to the vet originally because she wasn't eating her dry kibble. She's on a strict hydrolyzed protein diet, and we get that from Chewy, but we use the Royal Canin brand. And so I decided, okay, she's not really eating her kibble, but she has to eat. And the vet says everything is fine with her. So I decided, like, I'm going to get her the canned dog version or the canned food version of her dog food. So I did that. She's been loving it. The only thing is there's only 12 cans in there and she'll eat 1 can a day. So what I've been doing is mixing the bag of the dry dog food, the kibble that I have, with her wet dog food, and she's been loving it. But the only thing is we're running low, and she's going to have another bag of treats and another bag of food, so that way she has plenty of food when I drop her off to be boarded in a few days. So I am ordering her, that's a long story to let you know, that I'm ordering her a bag of food and a bag of her treats for $78.01. And normally I do buy her food at the beginning of the month, but I bought her canned dog food at the beginning of the month. Wasn't quite sure what we're going to do, but now we're coming down to the wire where I have to figure it out. And I'm like, she will run out of these cans if I let her have a can a day while she's being boarded. She might run out of these, so I'm going to just get a new bag of dog food, of the dry kibble dog food. So that's what we're doing. So we have a total of expenses of $1,960.33, which is going to leave us with only $12.17. I mean, not too bad. I do want to get to a point where I'm zero budgeting, where there's no money left. The only thing is I usually hold some of this paycheck back from this paycheck, the second paycheck of the month. I usually hold some of it back because I need some of this in order to pay the rent for the first half of the month, but that's why I said I'm living above my means, because I'm just gonna have to pull that out of my little stash that I keep in my checking account so I don't get overdrawn. And that fund is dwindling. I like to keep it about $2,000 to $1,500, and I think we're about $1,500 right now. So I want to build it back up, because when it's at $2,000, I feel less anxious. I know that's like a decent amount of cash to keep it there, but when I have $2,000 in there, I feel less anxious. Do I ever deplete it where it's less than about, I think the lowest I've gotten since I made this like a thing in my life, I guess, I've gotten it down to about $1,000, and that was stressing me the hell out. So I don't want to get like that. We've got to do better. So this is probably one of my last paychecks where I feel like I'll be living above my means, and then we got to rein it in, because we can't live like this every time we get paid. It gives me a little stress to live this like this, where I barely have anything left, but I'm doing what I can this paycheck with my daughter's graduation and everything. That's my budget. And drop a comment down below if you're committing to one money move this week, and let me know what that money move is. I love y'all, and I will see y'all next week. Mwah! Bye!